Yo, what's up, everybody?
Skyman is tapping the fuck in.
And if you haven't heard already, hype as fuck, baby. Let's go.
It's your boy Ace Outlier. We're about to get hype as fuck.
What it do? This is TSD Chris with Trap Star Dreamers, and you tuned in with Hype as Fuck Podcast.
Hype as fuck.
Hype as fuck.
I'm hype as fuck.
I'm the bastard.
I'm G Blunt.
We are tongue tied.
Yep.
And we are hype as fuck to be back.
What's up, Jesse?
I want to take a second at the beginning of this, and I just want to give you your flowers. Gladly be kicked out just because you came and said hello.
Are you ready? Because I know I'm ready. Are you ready to get hype as fuck?
Hype as fuck.
Hype as fuck. You're actually like our family for life. And even seeing you do the pod and stuff, like I'm proud of you. Like you're out there and like you do your shit. Like as soon as I saw you, I like wanted to hug you because you've been there. Like you've been there for us. Like you're not just regular to me. You're MadwackJackson.
Well, shout out to Hype as Fuck Promotions. Shout out to MadwackJackson.
Hey, Madwack. Let's get hype as fuck, yeah?
Hype as fuck.
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 It's Rocky Rob. It's time to get hype as fuck.
But your boy Master K, be sure to tap him for hype as fuck. Let's get it. Jill.
Jesse, get hype as fuck. What up?
I'm hype as fuck. Let's go.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Rawr. This is Toddy and you're watching Hype as fuck.
What up, what up? Welcome to another episode of Get Hype AF Podcast. I am your host, MadwackJackson, and today we have a special guest slash host with us. I'm going to be interviewing the one and only David Lippman slash Doctor Dank from the Doctor Dank radio show. So do your thing, tag your friends, share this video out, and most importantly, come say hello and drop some questions in the comments, you guys. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring my host slash guest on, you guys. Dr. Dank. What is up, my man?
Thank you for letting me on. Shout out Hype as fuck. We are lit.
Shout out Dr. Dank. Hell yeah, man. It is a pleasure to have you here. I honestly can't believe this hasn't happened sooner. But here we are. We're here. We're doing it now. So first things first, man. Where are you from?
Born and raised in Los Angeles, California. I've been to Washington and Tijuana, but mostly in California my whole life.
Dang, all right. And first, I guess you're a multi-tiered artist here, so I'm going to have to hit you from multiple angles here.
Oh, yeah.
Where did you begin? Did you start in art or music first, or videos or podcasting? Where'd you get your start, man?
Yeah, so I've always been creative, doing art in kindergarten and started music, I think around 5 years old. I was in the temple choir. I think I was 10 years old singing. So I was singing already at a young age, and we had electric piano, the little small ones. So I had already started music before, around 10 years old. Both drawing and art and music around 10 years old.
Wow. And what inspired you to get into that?
I think even when I was a kid, my parents played music, and we went we always had music playing like at family parties and stuff. So the music that they had playing kind of already inspired me. I would be dancing on the dance floor at like 5 years old or something like that.
And who were some musical, like, who musically did you inspire to? Who were you listening to?
A lot of, I would say, classic rock, but like also like old pop music. Um, yeah, like a lot of, like, they would call it almost oldies now, I guess.
Unfortunately, yeah, now they do.
Yeah,
And
I don't know what to. I would say like 60s and 70s pop music.
what
That
about
was like the
now? Has
first.
that changed?
Oh yeah, now I mean I like some modern artists. I like Weekend. I like Dr. Dre, Eminem, and I like Bruno Mars. There's a lot of artists that I like, but as far as mainstream, like successful mainstream artists, I like those artists that I mentioned.
Here's I don't know, it might be controversial. Maybe. Did you watch the Super Bowl? What did you think of the halftime show?
I didn't watch the full halftime show. I've seen parts of it. Um, I don't think it's bad or good. I think it was different. It was unique. I
I
don't.
think
Yeah,
that's a
I
good
would. I
way.
can't bad and it's not good. I would say it's just different, and people are not used to different or unique performances.
I can agree with that
That's my
100%.
opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out How much music do you think you
But the
have?
Super Bowl itself was interesting.
I didn't watch the game
The
itself.
the Eagles. Yeah, I only watched like the end of it, and the Eagles' performance was pretty interesting, though. The Philadelphia team.
From what I've seen, it sounded pretty one-sided. That's all I know, and that's just what I've seen people say. So, unfortunately, I don't have an
Yeah.
opinion. Um, do you know how many songs you might have in your catalog?
Um. With vocals, it's around 50, maybe 60 songs.
Wow.
With I have instrumentals, I think another 20. So close to 100
Well, let's talk about that a little
altogether,
bit.
yeah.
What kind of instruments do you play?
Well, I've been playing guitar since I was 15 years old, acoustic and electric, but mostly electric guitar. And I actually, yeah, so this is an interesting fact about me is in 2010, I got to play guitar for Busy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony.
That
Cool. It was
that is
my
way
friend
cool.
AC Killer. They did a collaboration. It was called The Countdown to Armageddon. It's 2010. And yeah, I play guitar on track 13. It's called Forgiveness is the name of the track.
Badass. You guys go look that up. I definitely know I
But yeah,
am.
I've been playing guitar. I've been playing guitar since I was 15. I do like a lot of covers and I do like guitar solos that I post online sometimes. If you're lucky to catch it, no, I'm just yeah,
If
mostly
you're lucky.
guitar. I play a little bit of piano. Um, I have hand drums and I actually play the Native American flute.
wow.
Yeah, so I have a
That's
pretty diverse
badass, man.
music, and I do vocals. I have a lot of vocals. Obviously, like 50, 60 songs.
So, out of your collection, do you have a favorite?
Yeah, this one is called "You Are My World." It's like one of my top 5 songs. "You Are My World," and then there's a B side to that. It's called "Beautiful Girl." So it's "You Are My World," and then side A, and then side B is "Beautiful Girl." And then, well, the Ghost of Blackbeard, the whole album is really good, and those songs are 2 songs are both on that album, and our songs actually we did a song together on that album. Yeah, it's Jurassic Organics. Don't panic, it's
That's right.
organic.
That's right. That's one of my favorite songs, and I know I'm biased because I'm on it, but that's one of my favorites. Just
Oh
it's a
yeah, yeah,
vibe. You make vibey music, man. I don't think it's the type of music you make. I think is underappreciated, but it's vibey as shit, and I dig it. I love it. If you haven't heard it, go look up Jurassic Organics and the entire Ghost of Blackbeard album. Like he just said, it's chill, vibey music. You're gonna like it.
yeah.
So you already kind of mentioned you did one fantastic stage performance with Busy Bone. Have you had the opportunity to perform other places?
No, on stage, no. I've done like studio uh work and like and garage band setting, but not really on concerts. I want to do concerts in the future, but haven't been able to book any yet.
So,
Just mostly studio
given the
work.
opportunity, we're gonna go out here and we want to know your ambitions and goals here. So, if you had the opportunity to headline any venue in the world, where would you want to headline?
Oh wow, headlining. Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one because I'm such a humble person. I would be open for somebody, but headlining, I don't know. I would think like that's a really tough one. I would like
What
Vans
about
Warp Tour or X Games, but other than that, I would think something like an R&B type tour, but it would have to be with a specific type of people. I don't know. Like I said, I like The Weeknd and Bruno Mars, so for something like that, maybe not exactly with them, but you get what I mean.
Well, that actually is my next question. So, to make it a little easier, do you have a favorite place that you'd like to go watch your concerts at now?
Oh, like concerts. The last concerts I was at was like there's like clubs in Los Angeles, and there was like a reggae festival pretty much, and that was pretty cool. I would like if I had to go to any concert, I want to go to Red Rocks.
All right. Okay, now we're
Vegas Sphere,
getting.
but that's like so intense. I don't know if I can handle it.
Well, remember this is just dreams and aspirations. So we're gonna
Yeah, but
pretend that you're
the
opening up.
Red
Well,
Rocks
we're gonna pretend that
Amphitheater is
you're
like
opening up
one of the
for.
coolest.
Re- it is. I live here and I get to go there. It is one of the best venues around. But let's jump out of your comfort zone. And
Madison Square
you're the big
Garden.
star. Yeah, you're the big star of this Red Rock show, okay?
Madison
Now,
Square Garden.
you
New York.
All right, Madison it is. Who are the
Yeah.
three who are the three bands or groups or people that you are bringing with you? And this can be anyone. It can be mainstream. It can be your friends. But who are you bringing with you to put on this show?
Putting me on the spot. Well, I definitely have to bring you. We do Jurassic Organics the set. And
I'm there.
Who else am I bringing? I would probably bring. AC Killer, CNO, and shoot, probably B Hills, Cinematic. Who else? Whoever was on the album with me. So Young Jay Handsome from Cameroon, and L Warm. He's from Texas. The Drunk Wizard
There
is
you
from the
go.
Bay Area, California. Yeah, everybody that was on the Ghost of Blackbeard album, because that's actually the album that I had the most features on. I have like one other feature artist, but he's not really in the mix. So, but yeah, everybody on the
Well,
Ghost of Blackbeard album will go.
That leads me to my next question then. If you could work with anyone, dead or alive, who would you want to work with?
Dead or alive, who am I gonna work with? Yeah, The Weeknd or Bruno Mars or Eminem. I mean, yeah, Snoop Dogg possibly. Dead or alive? Shoot. If they're dead, I don't know. Maybe Bob Marley, Paul McCartney, Michael Jackson, King of Pop. Yeah.
Okay. Heck yeah, everybody always says Tupac or DMX. So
Tupac
I
or
love that you
DMX.
gave us something different. I feel like those
Yeah,
are the obvious answers.
I love them also, but I'm more trying to do like a more pop type of vibe, even though it's multi-genre.
Right. Play to your strengths, man. Smart.
It's not quite thug. It's not quite thug life. It is kind of hard. It's an urban album. It's an urban sound. It's real hip hop, but it has a pop structure to the album, or a
It's a
pop
very
overtone. Something.
it's a good way to describe it. It is. That's actually a very good way to describe your music. What is your 5-year plan? Where do you hope to see yourself in 5 years?
Oh man. Trying to venture off of music a little bit. I'm still working on music, but I have an online coffee shop and I'm just starting to print comic books. So, and art, just any kind of art pretty much that, yeah, trying to do different things. Oh, and like merchandise shops. Yeah, even selling like appliances.
Gonna have a Doctor Dank microwave in your house? Hey man, I would have one.
No, actually, I'm getting different designs, like whatever they have available. It's not Doctor Dank's like coffee machines, but it's just like unique styles. Basically, I'm shopping for people. I'm using my eyes to like see what people might want to buy instead of them having to go search for it. My service is just seeing what looks aesthetic or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. I've heard of that before.
But yeah, I'm also because I have an online coffee shop and I sell tea as well. So I'm having accessories like tea accessories and coffee accessories, but like also a few coffee makers too, like actual machines.
That's really awesome. Not too many people go that route, you know. They coffee and tea. That's you know, it's not an untapped market, but for
Yeah, I
what
got a
we
whole
do,
online shop.
I've checked it out, and
Yeah,
everyone
and
should too.
I got snacks. We got food. We got food too. We got snacks too. We do popcorn, cookies, brownies. We're trying to expand the brownie line. If you feel me.
Like, yeah, get them munchies on. Here is a
Yeah,
question
that's
for
what
you.
actually the Doctor Dank. It's on the website called.
There you go, Doctor Dank's munchies. So here's a
Yep,
question
that's what
for
it
you.
is.
How
Our
do you
snacks are called.
play how do you play offense against your haters?
You use your haters for free publicity. Actually, if they comment or do anything, as long as they're not, I don't know, trying to sabotage you or something, any comments actually help you because the algorithm and the system rewards comments, even if it's a negative comment, it actually rewards the host. So the haters are actually helping whoever they're trying to put down or whatever to do. You're just helping. You're just helping us. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bless your hearts.
Exactly. For real.
Yeah.
What keeps you motivated?
I watch a lot of different podcasts and like documentaries, and I'm actually into anime and Japan culture. It's just like a never-ending maze because there's like thousands of anime. If you did an animation on the anime, you can find it in the comic books. They have Japanese comic books, like thousands of them. Like how we have American comic book store. They have a whole comic book store. They call it manga, I think. But yeah, I'm
We
into
have a
like anime
viewer
and stuff like
question.
that.
One of our viewers would like to go back and wants to know what your favorite munchie is.
Oh, on the shop that I have, well, the my favorite one is actually peanut butter and honey. Peanut butter and honey popcorn is one of the items. Yeah, we have a whole uh, popcorn menu basically. So we have like a red velvet cookie popcorn, and we have peanut butter honey. We have regular honey. If you don't, some people don't want the peanut butter, or they're allergic to peanut butter. We have just honey popcorn, which is kind of like a caramel popcorn, but with the honey flavor instead of the caramel. Yeah. And we have
Sounds
cheddar.
bomb.
But yeah, I could talk about munchies all day. Peanut butter popcorn, yeah, you can have it. You can get just peanut butter also. Just let me know. We can custom make it all per order. It's per order, so just let me know what you want. So the recipe is actually peanut butter honey, but if it's peanut butter, we can make it like just like when you're ordering it.
That is awesome. So definitely check that out, you guys. Customized orders or I guess made to order orders, however you want to word that. But that is awesome. Popcorn tea cup, man. We're
But
gonna have to check that out, babe.
there's already like flavors that you can choose, but if you want like a custom one, just send me a message and they're all the same price anyway. So it doesn't matter like what flavor. I can just, as long as you send me a message, then I can just make whatever you on the message, whatever you send me. But it's got to be like some ingredients that's like on the list already. Like if it's peanut butter honey, I can do just peanut butter, or I can do just honey. Like, you get what I mean?
You don't go be asking for like some weird stuff like what? What are them?
Yeah, like something that's off the menu. I don't know if I'll be able to get it. So, but I'll try my best. I can do custom orders.
So for you, what has been one of the hardest obstacles you say you've had to overcome as an artist?
Self doubt, and yeah, self esteem and doubting yourself. Just being able to keep going, keep creating, because sometimes it's hard to even continue. It's difficult to even stay motivated, but that's why I try to like watch something different, something unique, and then I don't necessarily copy it, but that's why I stay motivated. I just watch a podcast or watch an anime or maybe something that you wouldn't normally watch, a documentary. But yeah, just try to keep creating no matter what.
Now,
I mean, gotta rest sometimes, but try
I
to
feel
keep
like
going.
I feel like you literally probably just answered this question in that last description, but what is some advice you would offer for some upcoming artists?
Oh, that you don't need as much resources as people say. You do. Everything helps. Like, money does make the world go round, but there are free tools and stuff like that. So the excuse of like, oh, I don't have enough resources. Yeah, it is possible, but for the most part, people, they're just not looking, or their lack of motivation is just allowing them to stay where they're at, and they're not progressing. Because there are tools, but they don't want to learn the tools, or whatever, for whatever reason, they're allowing themselves to not progress by not using the resources available, because they make excuses like, oh, I don't have a studio. Well, there's BandLab, or there's free Windows software, different programs. But yeah, there's, for every excuse there's a solution. Pretty much. I mean, like, all right, how do the Marines stay alive when they're in the war zone? I mean,
Yeah, no,
sometimes you don't have a choice. So, but yeah, I mean, you gotta just try to use your resources and try not to make so many excuses. But like I said, resting and meditation does matter. You don't want to burn yourself down to the point where you can't function. But yeah, for the most part, I see artists are holding themselves back from not using, or they're not using the resources and not willing to learn new things.
learn. Yeah, no,
Sorry
absolutely.
if
I
I read a
agree. That's
little
great
bit.
advice. Quit making. No, you're 100%. I agree with you. Stop making excuses. Bottom line. That is the best. That's some pretty good advice. Honest to God. So I am down to my last two questions of the show. But before I hit those, this is the part of my podcast where I remind my viewers to go ahead and drop any questions you may have. And I basically give the floor to you to discuss any topics that you want to discuss, any projects coming up, and to do any shout outs. So the floor is yours, my man. What do you want to tell us?
Well, I want to shout out Worldwide Collaboration because that's how I actually met you, through the Worldwide Collaboration. But yeah, much love to them. Um, shoot, yeah, I think less excuses and yeah, people need to put our differences aside. It sounds cliche or it sounds easier said than done. But, yeah.
All right. So,
and don't be afraid to step outside of your box, like with genres and stuff like that. People try to put themselves in a box, and it limits them.
so what about any projects coming up? You sent me a picture, and hold on, let me see here. Something about a English version being about a vampire samurai. What can you tell us about this?
Yeah, it's a comic book. That's why I said I was starting to print comic books. My first comic book is called The Vampire Samurai, and it's English, Japanese. So like it's made in it's English made. It's made by an American, but in a Japanese style, and also the language I'm trying to translate both English and Japanese, like the subtitles. So it's basically a dual language project.
Oh wow. So is it safe to assume that you speak Japanese?
I don't speak Japanese. I use software to translate for me. I think it's Google Translate
Damn, well, I wouldn't
that I use.
I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't pick up another language at the end of something like that.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to premiere these comics and everything in Japan, become an artist in Japan. I don't know about dual citizenship, but I'll probably get a visa or something for temporary stay.
Wow. Well, good luck on that.
That's one of my. That's actually you're talking about 5-year goal. That's one of my goals actually, to maybe not live in Japan, but to have like an artist showcase, or like to have my book in the store, like a book premiere in a Japanese store, in a Japanese comic book store or something.
Oh yeah, good luck to that. That was definitely something I don't see anyone else doing. So
That's one of the reasons it's in English and Japanese, because I wanted to be able to put in the Japanese market. Maybe not right away, but eventually I might get interest in the Japanese market. I'm marketing actually. The main two targets are Japan and America, United States, but it's an international. It's available worldwide. Like they can have a digital. I have a digital version of the comic book as well.
all right.
So it's already international.
So this is already out and available then. I did not realize that part. So
Yeah, the digital is actually, I think, on YouTube and Facebook. It's not like viral or anything, but it's already published.
all right. Well, I will go hunt down the links and attach the links to this so you guys can find that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, before I get to my last two questions, one last thing. I want you to let everybody know about where they can find you and all of the things you got going on, because not only are you Dr. Dank the musician, but you are host of Doctor Dank radio show. So tell us
Oh yeah, I wear many
yeah,
hats.
yeah, do us a favor and let us know the your handles for all of those hats, as you say?
Well, so like my main contact or networking, I do a lot Facebook.com/the King David, and it's spelled THADAKINGDAVID, the King David. I just spelled the with the A. But yeah, on Doctor Dank Radio Show, it's actually on Facebook. You just type in Doctor Dank Radio Show, and YouTube, it's youtube.com, and then they have on YouTube they have the handle, so it's youtube.com/at Doctor Dank Radio Show on YouTube.
All right. So make sure you go like, follow, subscribe, and sub to all of these channels, all of these pages, and check out all of the dope merch, accessories, munchies, and music. Damn. And you got and the
Yeah,
podcast,
check out
the radio show.
our track on the Ghost of Blackbeard, Jurassic Organics featuring MadwackJackson.
In fact, if you guys stick around till the end of the show, I will play that track because I do have it uploaded ready to go for us. So you stick around, you'll get a little peek of that. So one of my last questions for you is, because this is a Hype as Fuck Promotions podcast, I want to know, what is one of your most hype as fuck moments?
Shit, hype as fuck moments. Man, that's a good one. Man, hype as fuck moments. Well, probably, let's say playing guitar for. I wasn't Busy Bone wasn't in the room when I was playing guitar, but I played guitar, and then he heard it, and he approved it. But then, like, I seen him in concert, and like, oh, I met Crazy Bone and I met Lazy Bone. So just that whole experience, meeting like 3 members of Bone Thugs, and like not quite hanging out with them, but kind of, they were in the studio and stuff. So it was kind of sort of business, sort of hanging out, like both, because they're making music, but they're also just chilling. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Anytime you get to hang out with people you look up to, that's pretty hype as fuck, if you ask me.
Yeah, because it was a collabo album, Busy Bone and AC Killer, but they're in the same area. They were at the same area at that time, because Bone Thugs, they also stay in Los Angeles. Like, not all the time, but they were at that time, back in 2010, they were in Los Angeles. Because remember, they were with Eazy-E for a while.
We gotta go back in the day, man. Back in the day. Did you?
Yeah, that's way we're going way back now. But yeah, they were in Los Angeles with Eazy-E, and yeah.
All right, so I guess that leads me to my last question of the show. And that would be the infamous, what is your favorite dinosaur?
Wow. Man, I like them all, but I'm gonna go with pterodactyl just because they can fly.
Hell yeah.
And that would leave me, like, I would say, like, maybe pterodactyls and dragons have a correlation. That's maybe a whole nother show. That might be a whole entire podcast, but the correlation between pterodactyls and dragons.
That is.
Yeah, flying pterodactyls.
Oh yeah, that would make an awesome. That's an awesome topic to touch on. I love that idea. If you don't do it, you can bet your ass I am. So be ready for some information on some dinosaurs coming at you.
Some dragon / pterodactyl.
Yeah, no, I believe that theory wholeheartedly. They have, I mean, even the T-Rex if you really dumb it down and look at the skeletal structure of a T-Rex and the arms versus the skeletal structure of a common bird and its wings, there are now findings that maybe they were not arms at all, but maybe T-Rex actually had some kind of wing. So, not to say that he flew, because I feel like he's probably too heavy of a creature body size to fly, but think ostrich or something.
Right. Yeah, chickens don't necessarily fly, but they can hop around.
Exactly. So yeah, that is what I got for you on the hype as fuck side. So before we transition, is there anything else that we might have missed out and you wanted to touch on?
I mean, that was pretty good, pretty interesting topics, I would have to say. It was hype as fuck. Nah, man. I appreciate everybody that's watching and you having me on. That was hype as fuck.
Oh yeah, you're welcome on the show anytime, man. Anytime. I love watching your show, and I love just chit chatting and getting to know my friends. So absolutely anytime. You're always welcome back. I lost connection there for a second, guys. Sorry. Okay. So we ran a little longer than I think we expected, but let's speed round. Let's see how fast you can ask me some questions and how fast I can answer them. On your mark, get set, Doctor Dank.
Oh, yeah. First of all, thanks, hype as fuck, for having me on. Yeah, I'm Dr. Dank from Dr. Dank Radio Show. And yeah, so Jesse, how did you start in music? Like, how young did you start and what got you interested in making music?
I have been listening to music since I literally was born. My parents pretty much had a radio on nonstop, but personally, I did not start making music until just 4 years ago in 2020. And that all came to be from inspiration from my internet friends and a group of people I call the Fockers, who are fans of Chris Calico, and I don't know, we just talked about music nonstop and made an album actually called Project Fokker, and they decided that I wasn't going to just put an album together, but if I was going to do it, then I better get my ass on a track. So it was kind of by accident, if we're going to be honest.
Oh, yeah. What are some of the artists? I know you're in the Chris Calico fan club, I believe, if I'm correct. What are some artists that influence you?
Strange music, I think, is a good way to sum it up. And outside, that's more, I guess, of the today's influence, but a lot of the same ones you had. I grew up listening to Limp Bizkit, kind of what they would consider classic rock now. That's sad.
Right.
Limp Bizkit, Metallica, actually more rock music, and then somewhere in there it transitioned to rap and juggalos, and then to strange music, underground music.
Yeah, so name some artists you work with? You had a track with Stevie Stone, I think.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be 100% upfront. I have purchased the Wish pack, so I do have features with people like Chris Calico. I have quite a few with Chris, actually. Only 2, I believe, are released as of now, though. But I also have, I think, 3 with Stevie Stone. And then I also am featured on a few other tracks with Bishop Lamont, which is a big, big name, old school. Go look that up and you might be surprised. And then also Riff Raff with my homie Messy the Man.
Oh yeah.
So they aren't like, they aren't features where I got to like buy them from these people and they're customized and shit. Unfortunately, a lot of people have the same features, but hey, I can at least say I do have features with Chris Calico and Stevie Stone.
Oh yeah, that's dope. That's still dope. Yeah, so strange music. Tech Nine. What are some of your favorite Tech Nine songs? And what other strange music artists do you like?
So, one of my favorite Tech Nine songs, first one that comes to my head is EBAH, EBAH, which stands for Breaking into Colored Houses. That's all I'm gonna say on that right now because of our our wonderful state of the world climate. But go listen to the track and you'll understand what I'm talking about. But banging
Oh
track from
yeah.
Tech. And then strange music artist, I can't answer that question, man. I have too many. I have too many favorites. It's too
You
hard
like
for
the
me
whole
to.
process, pretty
Yeah,
much. The whole
there's really not one that I can pick. Honestly, for me, it's not gonna be Tech. I love Tech to death, but in the whole roster, my top 2 favorites are gonna be Chris and Stevie Stone. Even though they are
that's
not
legit.
affiliated anymore, but still.
Right.
And to answer my wife's question in the comments, does it feel weird to be in the hot seat? Yes, it kind of does. I
Oh
keep
man.
looking.
So how did you I got an interesting question. You mentioned like you kind of got in the juggalo scene a little bit. How'd you get with the juggalos, or what's going on with that?
How did I get with the Juggalos? So I found the Juggalos in high school all by one of my friends wearing a Riddlebox shirt, which is one of their, I believe it's like one of their early albums. I'm not going to put a number on it because they have an extensive library, but
Yeah.
it was the art. It was
Pretty much
the
the Riddlebox.
actual image art that initially got my attention. And I bought a CD. I
Yeah,
bought
I
the
agree.
Riddlebox CD, and from then it was over.
Yeah,
The
actually,
Joker's
I think
cards.
yeah, so I'm actually secretly a juggalo myself because in high school I had the Jekyll Brothers CD with the 2 faces on it.
Yep, yep. Those.
That's how I
It
got to
was
them
a.
from the Jekyll Brothers.
It was like the family community ultimately that really drug me in. It started out with, like I said, just liking an image to the music was way different than anything I had ever heard before because I had still only been listening to radio and they were not radio. So that got my attention. And then the family aspect of the whole thing. And that carried on into my love for strange music, really, is the family dynamic that they have within the
What
fans.
What about the first time when you heard Isham? Because Isham is like really similar style to the ICP.
Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. I think that was kind of probably a perfect melding for me of kind of hip hop at that time back in, what? Let me date myself real quick here.
1990 something.
Yeah, 1990 something.
1990 something.
Yeah, you
We'll
have
just leave it at that.
1990s hip hop, and then Isham brought the hip hop and the juggalo, and it kind of him and DJ Clay kind of brought that
Yeah.
together and mixed it. Yeah.
Yeah. When I first heard him, I had to bump it in. You gotta actually like bump it in your car or something because it doesn't do it justice. The bass is actually pretty sick if you listen to it on a system.
Yeah, I used to have a badass system in my car back in the day too. My entire trunk had one of them big ass woofers in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
How did you meet Messi the Man?
The Project Fokker album. He was part of that whole group, and he is one of the people who really, I guess, supplied and did a lot of the production work for that album, and we became really close from that.
So he makes instrumentals like producing.
Yep, he does it. He produces. He does rap, and recently he's kind of transitioned, not really transitioned, but I guess dipping his toe into country rap as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, get your jelly roll on. I don't blame you.
For real, hey, whoever makes $1, and that seems to be making dollars nowadays.
Yeah. So, what other artists have you worked with? You worked with Stevie Stone, Messi the Man. You worked with me,
Doctor Dank, my homie Widow. I've done a lot of work. Shout out to Widow, Cameron James. He's really one of the first ones to put me on. And then man, I've worked with quite a few people. I've worked with Chris Boyd from Boyd Music. I've worked with HBE. I've worked with Christinique, aka Christina Baker. I've done music with my wife. She's featured on my album that came out this last year called Emergence. She is on the intro. And then she's also featured on XK Squeeze, which is part of that Project Fokker album that I keep talking about.
Oh, Project Fokker. When did that come out?
That came out in 2021. That can be found on YouTube. Actually, you can watch you can find that on Chris Calico's YouTube. Actually, he reviews the entire album. So not just kind of like a thing we did, but this was a gift to, I guess, get more depth on what this was. 20 plus of us fans / artists came together and made an entire album and dedicated it and gifted it to Chris Calico New Year's Eve 2021. And he actually listened to it and reviewed it. And like I said, you can find that on YouTube and check that out. And you can listen to the album itself in its entirety on SoundCloud.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know the history. I heard that you had the album out, but I didn't know the history behind it. That's pretty dope.
That's actually one of the first projects I ever did, and I'm on 2 tracks of that album, but the album in general is just amazing. The amount of artists that we got to collaborate, and you just I mean, when you listen, you keep in mind that it's an album dedicated to Chris Calico, so there's going to be a lot of his song references and just love for him. So, you got to keep that in mind in the back of your head and when you're listening to it, and not be like, what the hell are these people talking about? You got to kind of be part of the community for it to fully make sense, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Shit. What are some of your future projects and plans coming up?
Oh, actually, as a matter of fact, about 50 minutes ago, so approximately an hour ago, actually, my wife and I, Sunray, just dropped a whole new project that we are starting, and it's called His and Shiz, which is short for history and shit. And that video, like I just said, is live on YouTube right now. In fact, it just got uploaded. But we are basically just kind of doing a little docu-series about history. And our first episode is talking about Valentine's Day. So go check that out. That's
that's cool.
That's
Yeah,
one
everybody
thing.
go check that. That sounds dope.
Yep, His and Shiz. Another thing coming up is Chill Chats. Hype as fuck Chill Chats. Every Friday we are.
Oh yeah, I saw the
Yep, every Friday
flyer for that's pretty dope.
we're gonna just basically go live on this platform and bullshit. Whatever we're gonna get high and bullshit. We're gonna 420. We don't know what it's about, what we're gonna talk about. Hopefully you guys are gonna supply us with some fun content, and if you guys want to during the show, we're gonna bring you on and you can be part of the show. So look forward to that. That's gonna be every Friday, 4:20 Mountain Standard Time. And last but not least, I mean, there's always Hype as Fuck podcasts. Can't really give you a schedule. I'm booking anytime, so hit me up if you want to come on the podcast and be interviewed.
Well, most definitely, y'all book your interviews on Hype as Fuck. You heard it right here from Dr. Dank.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, and Wifey even reminded me. Sorry, man. Merch dropped today. I got new merch today, and so does Wifey. So before I forget, go check out the merch. You can find the links all over my page. And Artsy Fartsy. Can't forget that one as well. So new merch is up. Go check that out as well. And sorry to interrupt you, man. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. Actually I've seen some of the stickers and some of I think some of the clothing.
Yep, merch and stickers.
Cool.
Yeah, please go check it out because the images are really crappy that I downloaded. So go check them out on the actual site so you can, actually get better quality visuals of what you're buying. Because, no lie, the pictures posted online are not doing them justice. They are much higher quality than what you're seeing on these pictures. So go check out the shop if you got a second.
They actually lower the resolution when you're uploading. They lower the quality on purpose on almost all of these sites.
Yeah, it's terrible. So don't judge a book by its cover. Please go look at the actual items because Facebook did me dirty, man. They did me dirty.
Shit. So you got merch. You got a new album or working on new tracks?
Trying to. Last thing I did was I did a feature that came out a couple weeks ago. I believe now it's called Pedestal. I did that one with DJ Lucius and Toad Music. So go check that one out.
Oh yeah.
Always working on some stuff.
Where are they from? If they sound like interesting to check out.
I'm not 100% sure where DJ Lucius is from. I know we connected through Project Fokker as well. He's not on the album, but he was part of the group. And then Toad, he just showed up on my newsfeed one day and he was repping some Colorado stuff and it caught my attention and I reached out, got him on the podcast, and from then, I don't know, we made a connection. And the track Pedestal, actually, little fun story here, he played that on our podcast as an open track, and DJ Lucius happened to be tuned into that episode, and one thing led to another, and that's how we both ended up on that track with him. Is he premiered that on a Hype as Fuck podcast, doing a call out for open verses, and one thing led to another.
So does DJ Lucius do vocals or is just production?
He does vocals. I'm not sure. He's one I have not had on my show, so I apologize for not having all the info. No hating on him. It's all love. And in fact, dude, if you see this, hit me up so we can get you on this show and I can find out all this fun info.
Yeah. Well, shit, I think we're getting towards the end. How about some advice for upcoming artists, since you put me on the spot about that? No, I was kidding. Some advice for upcoming artists or upcoming entrepreneurs that have their own projects.
I will wrap it all up in a big pretty bow for you and answer a bunch of questions in one answer. Always remember, like we said earlier in this show, your haters make you famous. So,
that's right.
When you encounter a hater, don't give up. Keep going. Again, I'm going to steal what you said. No excuses, because there really are none. If you have a want and a dream, go get your butt out there and do it. No one's going to tell you no except for yourself. No one's going to stop you except for you. And number 3, whatever you're doing, just be you. Be authentically you. That's it. That's all I got. Just be you.
Yeah.
Embrace your haters as much as possible. And don't make excuses. If you want to do it, get up and do it.
That's it. Yep. Well, shit. That's all the questions I got. We're pretty much ran quite a while. It was very interesting topics. I would have to say, maybe I'm a little biased, but I would have to say it's pretty interesting.
No, I definitely had fun. I appreciate it.
Thank you so
I enjoyed the show. Hell yeah, no, thank you as well. Thank you for coming on the show.
Like a crossfire interview. I don't think it might be my first. Actually, it's like my second. I haven't done it only a couple times.
It looks like we got one last viewer comment before we head out. What is your favorite kind of weed?
I like Indica Dominant. Yeah, I like OG. But I've been I like to switch it up when I'm not trying to be so sleepy. I actually had some Maui Wowie recently, so yeah. Some OG or some Maui Wowie or something like that.
I found a strain, and this was God, a couple of years ago now when they first legalized it and it became a big thing out here in Colorado. But it was called, you know, brain fart. What do they call the fucking babe? I'm brain farting.
I can't remember.
I am so brain farting right now.
Weed.
Yeah, my favorite strain. Remember the name of
Bruce
it?
Banner.
Bruce Banner number 3. Thank you, honey. Bruce Banner number 3.
Okay, I had like, I've had ones that they call it the Hulk, so it's kind of I don't know if it's similar, but yeah, I had one that they called the Hulk before. It was on the sativa side, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, so this strain actually no longer exists. It made it into like High Times magazine as the one of the all-time best strains of weed ever cultivated, and everyone and their brother ended up coming at this guy and trying to buy his weed and his strain, and basically he was the type of person who had his heart in it for the right reasons and was like, no one's touching, and basically didn't want anyone to mutate and manipulate his strain of weed. So
Right.
he
What they
himself,
doing?
yep. So he himself, to avoid all of this, basically killed off his own strain, and it has never been seen again. There are Bruce Banner 1 and 2 still out there, but Bruce Banner number 3 no longer exists. Fun story.
Wow. Yeah, I also like this one called Black Mamba, which is it's pretty crazy. It always would sell out at the dispensary. It's called Black Mamba. It's a hybrid, but it's really good. They're all. If it's a good grower, the strain matters, but if it's a good grow, it's gonna be good almost no matter what strain the grower, and they have a good seeds and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not too picky, quite honestly. I'll smoke any of it. Just give it to me. Yeah. All right, man. Well, awesome show. Thank you again for coming on. Hopefully we can do this again soon. And basically I'm gonna give you the same send off I give to every other one of my guests because you deserve it. Here is to you reaching every single one of your goals. Mad props on your coffee machines, all of everything that you got going on. And here is to you hopefully having over 1 billion streams on every single thing that you do from here on out, music wise. In other words, all the freaking best to you, man. Good luck.
I appreciate it. You best wishes for you as well. I hope everything goes great.
I appreciate that, man. Hell yeah, much love. All right, so
everybody follow, subscribe.
Please do. Like I said, Doctor Dank Radio Show. It should absolutely be tagged in this video if you're watching from Facebook and all of that good stuff. You will more than likely be able to watch this on his channel as well, hopefully. So go like and subscribe both of these channels because you're awesome. We're kind of awesome, and you deserve to be awesome with us. So go show us some love. Yep, that's pretty much it. That's what I got for today's show. Thank you guys. Like I said, go like and subscribe.
Thanks everybody
and
for tuning.
Yeah, man, Dr. Dank, to you, man. I hope you have a awesome rest of your night and just much love, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Peace, everybody. Peace and love.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's show. Like I said, little reminder, Wifey and I totally have a new video up on YouTube, right meow, available to watch. It is on my channel. We are going to flip flop, but there's going to be a playlist on my channel where you can find them all when they're uploaded. But first round, my channel, YouTube at MadwackJackson. You're looking for His and Shiz. Actually, is called History and Shiz, spelled with a Z. But go check that out. Give a stream. Let us know what you think of the new content. And like I said, check us out this Friday morning for Hype AF podcast with the Jack of Hearts, and then Thursday evening for our very first episode of Hype as Fuck Chill Chats. If you want to join us, make sure to tune in. I will send you the link. You can join us live. Otherwise, huge thank you again to my guest, Dr. Dank, for coming on today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Shout out Rob Gates, my wifey, for tuning in. Mom, thank you for watching. Let's see. I know there's some other people way up here. Where the heck did you guys go? G Blunt, there you are, my man. Thank you for tuning in. TSD Chris, thank you. Shout out to those guys. Go follow them as well. They are also artists that you can follow and that also have been featured on this podcast. So go check out the podcast. Go follow those artists. Go follow my guests. Last but not least, if you enjoyed the show, drop some stars. You should be able to on Hype page now. If not, and you would like to donate, you can do that by clicking my bio and the links in my bio where you can donate directly. I also do have Facebook MetaPay. If you want to do that, just hop over to my Jesse MadwackJackson page. That's all I got. It's been a long-winded exit. I apologize. But thank you guys for sticking around. I hope you had a good time. I did. I hope you have an awesome rest of your night and you guys stay hype as fuck. Much love. Madwack out.